been a client of Hartsfield for the last 10 years. And initially, I went to talk to them about consolidating a number of occupational pension schemes and also about setting up a flexible pension solution that allowed me to make direct investments in private companies. My role, if you like, I have a plural career, so I'm a serial chairman of and investor in private companies. So I tend to invest in a number of private companies at the same time, along with institutional and private equity funds. When I initially selected Hartsfield, my thought process was that I needed an organisation that was big enough and credible enough to give me the advice that I needed and had the appropriate infrastructure to support that. But it was also important that it was an organisation that wasn't too big that I would be lost as a customer. And over the last 10 years, Hartsfield have managed to navigate that I still feel after 10 years a valued customer. When we set up the SaaS, what was important to me was two things primarily. One, obviously the advice and the quality and the credibility of the advice, but also the support infrastructure necessary to support that advice. And on both counts, I've got an exceptional service from Hartsfield. Hartsfield have been able to deal with a number of complex situations. In particular, they arranged a loan from my pension fund to my private service company that allowed me to make a direct investment in a tax efficient way directly from the company. The SaaS and the arrangements within it give me the flexibility to take loans from the SaaS, which I find very useful. Yeah, I mean, it is a very tax efficient way of making those investments. Yeah, one of the things I find very useful is the fact that my accountant and Hartsfield are joined up in, and they are intimately aware of my strategy going forward. So I don't have to seek advice from two different people. I ultimately can get joined up strategy from both. You know, given what I do every day, I invest in a variety of businesses, and I'm looking after a number of businesses. It's good to know that someone else is looking after my financial affairs and giving me something less to worry about. Having them there looking after, both the SaaS and my personal affairs gives me confidence that whatever I do is kind of joined up and takes the pressure off me having to look after those kind of things for myself. In selecting a SaaS provider, I was concerned about two things. First of all was the relationship that I would have with the provider, but also the quality of the advice. And I can say that I'm delighted with both from Hartsfield.